Hey guys, welcome back to Beast Quest, Series 6, Book 4, Murk the Swamp Man. And we're doing well so far. Where would I put this book on the Beast Quest list of Series 6? I would rate it, let's see, equal terms with Fang, I'll go with that. It's very creative, it's decent, it's a good read, so I wouldn't put it on that level of how awesome it is. And to the plot. Tom and friends admit that peculiar beasts are the strongest they've ever faced, okay? And they say that if they make the potion, it will not only cure Freya, but also stop Velmal's magic, okay? And Tom and friends learn that the next beast is called Murk, but they don't know what he looks like. But they know where he is in a swamp. So they go to a village and encounter a town of hungry, desperate, gold-lusting people closing in on them. This seems familiar. I think it's been done before. Can't remember what book it was. Tom learns the consequences of his actions in the mine. So, because if you remember in the last book with Fang, the miners were complaining about that, and so there'll be consequences of his actions. So these are the consequences of his actions. And of course, the lust of Spellman is lust of spell that Velma put on the people is still there, so they're still lusting for gold for their crops. By trading some gold coins, which they won from Amictus the Bug Queen, on their adventure of that, they get their ways out of this. Tom notices a eye-patched man who is acting very calmly than the other people. When they leave, they see that the rider has come back on horseback and knocks Eleanor off Storm. The eye-patched warrior fought both Tom and Eleanor because she get her conscience back, but eventually he gets what he's after, which is Silver the Wolf, and he rides off. Tom and Eleanor chase after him, but they lose him, and they rest for a night, hearing Silver's howl in pain. Next morning they find the tracks and reach the swamp. Though the swamp is safe, the snakes that attack Tom are not safe. Okay. Tom and Eleanor slowly go through the swamp after fighting off the snakes. Because it's safe, they find a staff and a mysterious cube. They reach an old tree. Tom climbs it and sees the horseman with Silver being attacked by Murk. He finally sees Murk. Tom finally sees him after the horseman runs off, leaving Silver there, and Murk goes away, so they head off to go and get Silver. However, Eleanor loses the staff in the mud, and when she puts her hands in it, they're covered in blood. Tom, of course, gets them off since it's the leeches, and they go off, and Tom and Eleanor hop from rock to discover some actual silver. When the moon rose, they got Silver the Wolf, but Murk showed up for Tom, and for some reason he couldn't move. Is it a matter of fear? Well, actually, no. It turns out Murk has a special ability. Turns out Murk can hypnotize people if they get too close, and he sets his eyes on you. Despite getting his sword and Eleanor using her arrows, their weapons are useless as he's made of mud, of course, and swamp. Tom saw the vines around his neck and was confident they were the ingredient he needed to help cure his mom and defeat Murk. Tom had a plan to lure Murk to dry land where he'll be more solid and they can fight him. After some fighting, Tom saw Storm coming to help, but he got stuck in the mud. His cry alerted Murk and the beast went for Storm, but Tom used his speed token to get to the first, which is from Tagus, and free Storm. And after Murk had reached them with a glare of Tom's sword, Murk left the swamp and was now solid form because the sunlight reflected and Tom. Well, not the sunlight. I mean, the light of the sword of the mirror image blasted out. Well, the sword reflected it on Murk, and that's how it became solid. If that makes any sense. And now we come to the finale. After some fighting, Tom saw Storm coming for help, but he got stuck in the mud. Oh yeah, I think I read this. Did I read this bit? I think I did. Trying to remember what my notes are. Yep. Yeah, Tom was... Anyways, yes. I think I was at the solid part, yeah. So he's now solid. as I said, and Tom is now winning, but he's focusing on his efforts on the vines. And when the sun rose, Murk tried to retreat, but he's melted away, allowing him to claim the vines, and with that Murk appeared with only 2 ingredients to go. And as for the Eye Patch Warrior, Tom tosses him the silver piece of silver, telling him to go back to the village and give it to them, and because then it'll pour no longer. And finally Velma and Freya show up, and Freya actually speaks and saying that she does need her son's help. So, and Velma does his average taunts, so which gives him more motivation to complete his quest, and that sets up for book 5. I forgot what book 5 was. Oh, I think it's the tree guy. Yeah. So that's Murk the Swamp Man. I had a few stumbles there, but I got it all narrowed down. And next time we'll be doing book 5 on series 6. I think it's about a tree. I forgot what his name is, but we're doing that one next time. So till then, guys, book 5.